And now there is a step to build and to start with the building of the new elephant enclosure. Good, and now I come to another point about elephant sanctuaries. Most elephant sanctuaries which I know in Southeast Asia, they keep the elephants still with the mahouts in the free contact. There is no barrier between the elephants and the mahouts. And even I not saw that they use the ankush, but I'm thinking about how this is possible. For example, in the Maesa elephant camp, in the past, of course, there was using an ankush. If you go there today, you will also not see any ankush, but all the keepers have such a bag. And in the most of the elephant camps, also the keepers have such a bag. Same like in the Maesa elephant camp. I know for sure in Maesa elephant camp there will be an ankush in this bag. But doesn't matter. So in some of the elephant sanctuaries they are not fenced. They are just a river or something. What is a barrier? But the elephants can go through the river and can go to the other side. So they must stay under the control of the mahouts that they not go away out of the sanctuary and to a street with cars or something, or just go away. So the mahouts must still have the dominance of the elephants. Otherwise the elephants can go away. And of course, such a keeping system is not possible with grunt, is not possible with a dangerous adult elephant bull. So, in most sanctuaries, the elephant bulls are not live in the big grassland park areas. The most bulls live in, you can say, zoo-like enclosures, where they live solitary, without other bulls and without other females. And there are another zoo-like enclosure for another bull and another zoo-like enclosure for another bull. But these animals still live alone. Yes, they can see other elephants, but this is not the future what I prefer for Bunka, that he just can see other elephants of the other side of the river. I hope for Bunka that he can live together, day and night, sleeping together with other elephants. Doesn't matter male or female. So this is also an important point, and this is why we really have to think what is the best for Bunka. Yes, for working elephants, tourist elephants, temple elephants, which are chained all the day, which are just under control of the mahouts with the ankush, an elephant sanctuary, even if the elephants are still under the dominance of the mahouts, or even if the bulls are only in zoo-like enclosures separated. This sanctuary are really a very, very, very positive improvement for this tourist elephant, which lives solitary, even they can see other elephants, but which are chained almost all the time and under the control of mahouts. But I see it different with zoo elephants. Zoo elephants like Bunka, which are never chained, which can always do a free life into the enclosure, never live under dominance of humans, but in a protected contact system. For these animals, I think it's different. A sanctuary like the Global Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee, or like the Elephant Refuge North America from Carol Buckley, or like from Scott Blaze, the Global Elephant Sanctuary in Brazil, which are completely fenced habitats where the elephants can live their own life. Yes, this is a big improvement, but for zoo elephants, a sanctuary where it is not fenced, where the elephants always have to walk with the mahouts and still have to do what the mahout says. And where in the night, because there are no fence, the elephants have to stay in zoo-like stables or zoo-like enclosures. "12 or 16 hours a day," and where the bulls are not on this big open grass enclosures, but the elephant bulls are just in isolated zoo-like enclosures. This is not automatically an improvement for zoo elephants, in my opinion. I hope you can see the reasons for it. So, when I bring Bunka to Yerevan Zoo, they promised me during the first 2 years where Bunka stays in Yerevan Zoo, they will build this new enclosure, and then they will get new elephants, and Bunka live in a good state-of-the-art elephant enclosure, what is more than the other minimum standards. But unfortunately, even 8 years later, this project is not done, because they were much busy with the hyena enclosure, the tiger enclosure, the bear enclosure, the lion enclosure, and so on. Nobody can change a whole zoo in a few years, for sure. But during the last 4 years, there was also much changings in the zoo management, and in 4 years the zoo get 4 new zoo directors, and so I have the feeling at the moment this management question at the moment is stabilizing, and now the zoo looks forward and plan the new elephant enclosure to really start to build it. At the moment they improve the tiger enclosure, what is the new tiger enclosure, but they do a little improvements. So you see, there still is some progress. And so, from my perspective, I like to give the zoo this chance, because the zoo really did a great job during the last 9 years. And if you do also this with the elephant, then I think the situation for Bunka is good, and he lived together with other elephants in a more than a other minimum standard enclosure in Yerevan Zoo. So this is why I like to give the decision to Yerevan Zoo. They have 2 solutions. One is to say, okay, we start right now with building the new enclosure, what we planned all the years, and to have then the option, the opportunity to build, to keep other elephants in Yerevan Zoo, so that the space for Bunka is much larger and that there is another elephant and Bunka is no longer alone. Or that he say, oh, this project costs minimum $1 million and it's cheaper to send the elephant somewhere in a sanctuary and to give this $1 million project for another project. Yeah? But to give this decision to the zoo and to give him an ultimatum to say, for the 10 years anniversary, in 1.5 years, you must make this decision, yes or no, or otherwise your last chance is gone. But I think if you see how the zoo improved and what the zoo do a great job with this bear sanctuary, and so really I think we can give this zoo the chance to do this decision by himself and not to say, we know it's better, take the elephant away, this is not a good zoo. Because Yerevan Zoo is a good zoo, with exception of the elephant enclosure and of some other if I see some parrot cages, some bird cages, that's also not so nice. But yeah, for the most animals, what I said now, the enclosures are really good for the big mammals of the zoo, with exception of the elephant, but the elephant will be the next project. So this is my point of view, and I hope that you guys now understand a little bit better why I have the opinion what I have. And you can agree with this or you cannot agree with this, but I hope it gives you a better understanding of my point of view, and that you maybe also think, okay, this decision the zoo can do by himself, new enclosure or sanctuary, but something must done for sure. So this was my video. If you like to write comments, you are highly invited to this, and I'm happy to this, and I will read your comments, but please without personal insult. And so this was my video for today. I think it was the last video before Christmas for sure, and the last video before the next year. So that's why I wish you really a very Merry Christmas and all the best for 2023. Bye.